Alright, so what is up, Wastelanders? I am the one to show, and today we have a very special video for you. In light of a Vault-Tec Workshop DLC coming out, we are in Vault 88. And, my god, what a DLC. So, if you didn't know anything about the story, what it is if you reach level 20 in the game, which I'm sure a lot of you have already passed, you get a quest come through called Vault-Tec Calling. You have to go to the Quincy Quarry, take out all the raiders in there, and then you'll find a hollowed out limestone block, I think it is, you have to walk through, and then you end up going through a short loading screen, and you come into this main part here to get into the vault, where there are normally 2 raiders. I just know it's 3 raiders, misinformative there. But yeah, all that you really need to do is just get a little beautiful weapon like mine right here, which I use to take them out. And then you'll need to come through the vault. By the way, a lot of this I've already added in. But you need to come through into the vault, and you'll hear a overseer talking through the tannoys, and basically she'll just tell you to do a load of shit for her, and then eventually you end up getting this vault all to yourself, whether you're the overseer or whether she stays as the overseer. So, to get this kicked off, we'll start off in the main entrance. A lot of this stuff was already here, out of the building, and some of it can't be gotten rid of. However, the majority of it I've also altered about a little bit. So, we have some of the new guard posts from the new DLC, and might I say, the gunners have no fucking chance now. Also, you get a lot of these vault crates now. This is my doing though, I've sort of spammed. But yeah, you get a lot of vault stuff. Coming down here, I haven't really added anything to this because, well, what's the point? Not many people tend to explore down here. But yeah, moving on, there's a nice defense here. I have a reason for putting in a defense as well, because I had this shelf perfectly set up. This one shelf was perfectly set up, and then there was a super mutant invasion, and you know what they're like with their grenades, so you just got a brute come through here, lob a grenade over there to try and take out some of the settlers, and then bluey, all my shit went everywhere. So now I've got myself a sweet little defense, and I've not placed any items down in the main entrance. So moving on, I will go into the main security entrance first. Also, you might notice that everything's lit up, even though it should be dark. That's because of these sweet little lights that I've put in. They're quite hidden, but yeah. So, going into the main security entrance, I've not really done much. I've taken out the uncraftable console and put in 2 different consoles on by themselves. I've fixed all of the lockers, and that's pretty much all I've done in this main entrance, because, oh, that's upside down. But that's pretty much all I've done in the main entrance, because I just can't be bothered with the super mutants at the minute, and the raiders. So, moving through into the reactor area. So, all of this was already here. I just couldn't be bothered to get rid of it. Plus, that's the workshop. Bit of a weird workshop, I know, but still. Going into the reactor room, all of this was already here, minus this computer. As you can tell, I've not really had much time to alter it about, but give me a break. I've been trying to find jobs, and let's face it, as an 18-year-old who doesn't really have much time on his hand anyway, on his hands even, I don't think I've done too bad of a job changing everything out a little bit. So, that particular reactor transmits 150 power towards the settlement. That's right, that's better than the fusion core generator that you get from the Wasteland Workshop DLC. but you still get something better than that, and I will go into the workshop and show you. So if I go down to the power section, go into the generators, yep, you get a Vault-Tec super reactor, and as you can see on the screen, it gives you 500 power to go around the entire vault or whatever settlement that you're building in. Moving on, so everything else coming through here is my own creation, including all of the people in their vault suits and this guy with his beautiful little helmet and his armor. So we'll go through to the main common area first. So very bare bones, as you'll find with all of this. Got a few consoles for monitoring heart rates and such whilst they're gambling on the slot machines.
Yes, you're our overseer?
Yes, I'm the overseer. Thank you for noticing. We have a terminal, which I may as well just get rid of, because the only reason that was there was for the main quest line. Won't give any details though. So we get sofas all the way around, because everyone needs a place to sit, and I believe I've got 12 people in my vault, yeah. This is a clinic. I've decided to go with a used look, so put in little hospital beds with the cots, so that way I can place in some surgical trays and just put in some scalpels or whatever, so that way it looks like a proper hospital. And then we have sinks, because hygiene is key. A surgery chair. That's actually really useful, actually, because if I take off my helmet for a second, where did I put that? There. If I take off my helmet, take in mind I was very, very bare bones to start with. I didn't have any sort of tattoos or anything, but oh man, it got rid of my tattoos. Oh, that's not cool. Oh, I'll have to find the dude that does it. Where are you? Actually, I'll just deal with that a bit later on. But then we have the checking in desk for the hospital and some bare bones supplies, because everyone needs to eat and drink and be, well, healthy in the vault. Moving on, next up we will go to the overseer's room, which is my special happy place. So obviously the overseer needs some sort of security, so that way he doesn't get fucked over. Moving in, everyone needs to play kickball. Exercise is key in a world where everything is destroyed. You get the main overseer's desk, which you need to do for the main quest. You can build overseer's desks in other settlements, but this one is unique to this vault because it has all of the different experimental items in. Oh, nearly lost my voice for a second. These filing cabinets are also part of the Vault-Tec Workshop DLC, as are most of the things in this room. Well, actually, I think, yeah, the only thing in this room that isn't DLC is the kickball over there and the footlocker here. So, pretty decent spacing. You get nice spacing considering you're building a vault. You can build quite a huge vault, actually. I'll show you the living space soon. So I've built myself a schoolhouse, which I'm quite proud of. It looks quite nice considering. I need to get you equipped with some stuff. And why are you stood dead center of it? What, are you watching a film or something? I mean, I know there's a projector there, but come on. So everyone needs to learn, because if you don't learn the basics, you're not going to be able to survive out in the wasteland. I've got lockers for everyone, and I've got nice coordinating seating and tables. Where am I going to go next? Ooh, as it's on the way back. This is my first of the living spaces for people to sleep in. As you can see, it's got a light lived-in look towards it. A little container that's a bit off-center. Some dressers and such. Suitcase for people. You know, just a very basic look towards it. But that's about it. Oh, I went past the statues and I didn't even show you. You get your Vault Girl and Vault Boy statues. They're adorable. Anyway. next up we will start to go to the cafeteria. So,
Those uglies will think twice before messing with us again.
you're calling super mutants ugly. I mean, never mind. So, you get more stuff to work with cafeterias now in the Vault-Tec Workshop DLC. You get cleaner bins, because you can't have a kitchen if the bins are dirty. You get a clean eatertronic. I had to glitch that nuclear coal machine in, and I'm very, very displeased with myself for it. You get a nice espresso machine and a soda machine, which comes with the quest line. Not going to go into details about it again. The milk vending machine is obviously the same as the Nuka-Cola machine from the off-start.
I used to be scared of super
don't
mutants,
care. Just
but
shut
we
up.
taught
Just
them a
shut
lesson this
up.
time.
These benches all came with the Vault-Tec Workshop DLC as well. And these posters, I think you might find some of them scattered about. Like, if I go back through to the clinic for a second, I've got the "Have you taken your medication today?" And in the common room, I did have fitness equipment in here, so I was going to put in some motivational stuff in it, but no matter. So you might find some more of this stuff scattered about somewhere. I'm not even sure what I've done myself anymore. So moving through, you get your you get another living quarters.
Yeah.
I almost forgot what I was doing here, but as you can see, I've barely even touched on it. Just put in a few beds and just left it at that. But soon enough, I will be doing an updated version, so that way you can see the transition where it's all built up nicely for everyone to see. So leading through, we're in the atrium now. Very, very tall building. So again, all of this is very basic because I've not really had very much time to add to it, but give it a couple weeks or so, a maximum, and this vault will be thriving. And if you tune in again, well, you'll be able to see the difference, won't you? So it's very, very small area at the minute, but shall soon be expanded on. Right, so I'll move up to the security area next. I'm not sure what to do with this. I'm thinking maybe utilities. But heading up, we have the main security room. As you can see, very empty, because I've not really had time, as I've already said. I seem to be repeating myself a lot. But yeah, so the security room, I'm gonna probably put in some disarmed turrets and such, and put in maybe a couple weapons racks or so. Just make it look like you're safe and secure for a little bit. So, next up, I'm going to go into the utility area, which is empty. But that's not why I'm going into it. Coming up here, you can see a robot workbench, a couple more workbenches, and a scavenger station. Soon enough, all of these walls are going to be completely filled with weapons racks. And in the middle, it's going to be armor racks and such, and heavy weapons racks, because what I'm planning on doing is making this into the giant armory. So maybe have a couple of disengaged robots if possible, and just make it overall look like a war room. So next thing that we've got to do is we've got to head outside. So I've made a little hallway to keep it a bit more organised, because the farmers come through here, where I've made a little farm ground. Cheers, Choco Kids. So yeah, I've got a nice little farming area and the ice coolers for the cafeteria round here even. So we've got the vault nicely stocked for food for now. And yeah, now all it is the exterior defense and the build space that you need to see. So we've got turrets, which are basically mandatory for survival in the wastes. Some guard posts for my people to go to. The radio beacon, I don't even know why I put that in, but I did. Then you have a control post. I need to get the rest of my guards armed up though. And more turrets and another guard post. So, moving down. I have cleared away pretty much all of the rubble that you can find to get as much resources as possible. I'm going this way first because if I remember rightly, this was the way to the main uranium mine. So if you've already gone through this, you'll remember that it was completely crammed with limestone, uranium, all sorts. And me being level 174, I was stuck with Death Skull Rad Scorpions popping out everywhere, and my god, that was absolute hell, because my robot down here, he decided to just completely fuck around and just leave me to do everything. So I was taking on like 6 Death Skull Rad Scorpions at a time, just smashing them out. So yeah, as you can see, that I've completely emptied everything out, just stripped it, gone for the basic look. Even in the basically hidden area up here, I've gone extremely basic. Sadly, we can't get rid of that because I'd have loved a bit more build space. But, can I? No, that's a corpse, isn't it? Or a mannequin of such. Oh, God. Oh, I thought I got myself stuck for a second. Yep, you're a weird-ass mannequin. Okay, then. Grab the drugs, because everyone needs drugs. I'm thinking of turning this little shop into, like, a clothing store. Just, like, placing in a armor or clothing emporium here. Then just putting on a load of clothes racks all around. Just making it look like Fallon's in Diamond City. Where do I go next? Through here. So again, all of this was just rammed out with all sorts of stuff. Sadly, these barrels and such can't be removed though, because I want this empty. Because if you haven't already noticed, there is a lot of build space. My god, I left quite a bit considering. Yeah, as you can tell, there's a lot of build space, and this is probably only about a quarter of it. All the way down here, and then we've got more to run through down here. And then you've got to keep on running down to clear everything out. So you just come through here. All of this is just crammed with uranium, so if you need nuclear material, you're sorted. I think I got a hold of like 400 something nuclear material from this without even using my plasma rifle, because the place is completely stocked with uranium. That's an electronic that can't be removed, which is annoying as hell. But if possible, please give me some sort of idea as to what I can do in this train yard, because I have absolutely no clue whatsoever, because it's so uneven, and I'm pretty sure this is going to be a lot like where is it, Coastal Cottage, I think, where everything is just sloped downwards, and like places like this, it's hard to build through because it's uneven ground, the pillaring gets in the way, and all the unremovable objects get in the way as well. But swiftly moving through, again this is all rammed out with uranium, and then if you push through here, you end up getting, I think I just got a couple mole rats. But that was annoying because I was just sat there with my plasma rifle, just like, are you gonna pop out or what? That glitch needs to be patched as well. But yeah, I was just sat here, just like, are you gonna pop out or what? And then it just like, bang, dead. So, again, this whole area is infested with limestone. And you need to break down the limestone wall here, and then you'll be faced off with a Deathclaw. Whatever level you are, spawns whatever level Deathclaw it'd be. So, I got a level 174 Mythic Deathclaw. That was fun, to say the least. I had to plant down a ton of machine gun turrets to take it out because I just couldn't be bothered to fight anymore, because it was like the middle of the night. I was so tired and I was just like, no, I'm going to end up missing near enough every single shot. So, as you can see, we've completely looped around and we are back at the main building for the vault. But that's not all of the build space. Oh no, it's nowhere near all the build space. Because now, we have all of this to travel down. So more of a train yard to go around. But my favourite part about this train yard is it leads you to this little beauty. This water purifier sends out 100 water. Sadly, we can't make it ourselves though. If we could make it ourselves, my god, my settlements would be completely crammed with them bastards. But no, we can't make them, sadly. But I decided to do something with this unused space, and I decided to build a couple stores because, well, there's no point in letting all of the space go to waste, you know? So, I think I'm just gonna put in little vault pieces here and there in the main areas, so that way it just gives it a little bit more of a spacious look to it, but it's still inhabitable, if you know what I mean. Plus it might actually spread out the mutant attacks a little bit as well. Coming through here, this is the main uranium mine. Oh, Chocolate Kid 12 says, wish we added in new stores. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, because I think that the stores are a little bit tacky considering, because you'd expect, because it's vault work, that you wouldn't have to be stuck with just the crappy wooden ones. You think that you can get like these souped up blue and yellow vault suits or whatever, just like hooked onto armor racks or whatever. But no, I found that really stupid myself, considering the fact that it's a vault. It's supposed to be pristine and supposed to look nice and flashy for everyone. But no, they've just made it really tacky in that aspect. Anyway, moving on, we are now in the, well, main uranium mine. This was where I saw my first lot of Death School rads, and they were just crawling all over the place. I just didn't know what to do, so I just used up all of the jet that I could, and I was just like, yeah, fuck off, bang, bang. No, leave me alone, bang, bang. It was a scary time, to say the least. But it got me a lot of nuclear material, and surprisingly I didn't even die once. So all of this was completely rammed out with a ton of uranium. Whether it gave you 3 nuclear material, 8 nuclear material, whatever. But it's well worth it. And then down here, I just noticed, like, as I think it was an Annihilator Mark III Sentry Bot just stood over there, and that was a pretty fun kill as well, because I just thought, you know what, I'm gonna blow it up a little bit, you know. So I was just like shooting at his feet constantly, and I just thought, this isn't doing any damage. use my robotics expert perk to shut it down. And I just thought, yep, now it's time. Empty probably 5 or 6 clips and then it just decided to die. But yeah, so overall this is my vault. Well, not this bit, but yeah. That's a bit humiliating, just being that far away from the vault. But yeah, overall this is my vault. I hope you enjoyed the tour of it, and I hope that you tune in next time to see the finished vault. Thank you, and goodbye.